Whitey was the butcher. This guy was the dirt of the dirt.
I worshiped the ground that man walked on. I thought he was perfect.
What Bulger lived by was fear. People thought, he's crazy enough, he's gonna do it.
Whitey's just staring at me and just grinding his teeth. He said, I'll kill you. I'll stab you and then I'll kill you. I'm like, holy Jesus.
25 years where Bulger ruled the organized crime world. He was never charged with even a misdemeanor.
Whitey Bulger faces possible maximum life in prison.
Boston's most notorious monster, James Whitey Bulger.
I get a blank check. I can do anything I want.
We are back.
His family, but he has a lot of enemies.
World premiere of the video, Out of My Hands, came out today. Google Bo Nasty, Bonasty, or Out of My Hands. RZA, RZA, RZA presents. Papa Wu Records presents. Next up, I have a legend on the show.
Yo.
What up? Is this King T?
Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, what's going on?
What's cracking? It's Whitey calling from the Whitey Bulger Show. How you doing this afternoon, sir?
I'm chilling, man. Just chilling. What's up with you?
Same here. It's actually about 70 in Denver. All the snow's melting, so spring's in the air. You feel me?
Oh, cool. Well, you know it stays sunny out here in California, man.
I miss it, man. I'm from Boston originally, but Cali's been my home for about the last 8 or 9 years, so I miss that Southern California sunshine. You feel me?
Oh, that's what's up.
What I will say is, first off, for anyone that doesn't know who you are, just go ahead and introduce yourself for the audience for me. And then,
well, sure. They call me King T, also known as King Tipsy, King Triflin, King Tookie, whatever you want to call it. But,
real shit,
I've
man.
been on... I came out like in the late 80s, you know what I'm saying? My first album was like Act a Fool, one of the first West Coast artists to, along with Ice-T, to, really get a major deal with a major label out here. And shoot, man, I've been going ever since. We founded the Liquid Crew, which also produced Alcoholics, Exhibit, The Far Ride, Stylistic Jones, many more, Feel the Agony, that birthed other crews like Strong Arm Steady, The Barbershop, MCs, I could go on and on,
Yep. That's what it is. And so for people who are younger, I guess you would say, or not familiar with West Coast rap, this is a pioneer right here. This is someone when the sound, before NWA, or around that time before, there was King T, Ice-T, these guys coming out making music. And if you haven't heard any of his albums, go YouTube King T, listen to some songs off Act a Fool, like Payback's a Mother, The Coolest, Bass, all them tracks. You probably still, those songs are probably still sampled to this day, the bass lines and the hooks and everything, man. I mean, it's real music, and it was you did it when no one was doing it. You know what I mean? It's easy now. Everyone knows what rap is. Before it was rap, there was what? You know, and it's
yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, we started out kind of early. Me and DJ Pooh started out together, and we were very influenced by actually the East Coast sound. You know, like Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J.
Okay.
You know, and you know, very influenced by where it started at, as far as like Cold Crush Brothers, Busy Bee, and you know, that type of thing, Kool Herc and all that. We really studied that, and that's what we tried to come, you know, with, you know, other than what was being produced on the West Coast, as far as, you know, because Too Short was killing it, Ice-T was killing it, and, you know, and especially Dr. Dre and NWA, you know, they really had that West Coast flavor. So we tried to really come with our own formula as far as with a little influence from the East Coast as far as the boom bap, and we just added our West Coast flavor to it.
And you know, I read somewhere, speaking of the East Coast, that probably my favorite rapper growing up, I'm 35, was Biggie, and he was actually influenced by you and your sound, and you know, he's even commented that's confirmed, that no one can debate that. That's the real shit. So I mean, just, you know, to think about.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, it goes both ways. I think we were influenced by each other, I would say. I mean, it's like, wow, you know, to you know, I think I was more on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, because I was very influenced by East Coast.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I recorded my first album in New York at Chung King, Act the Fool. So
really?
Yeah. So it was just like, that's where it was for me, and that's where, you know, when I used to go to New York and write and things, it was just a different flavor. It's just like the busyness in the city and all that, you know what I'm saying, and all the buildings. You know, out here everything is open, and you know what I'm saying,
spread out.
Go out there, it's hustle and bustle and things like that. So I really like to be out there in New York. But Biggie, as far as Biggie, man, I've always been a big fan. I knew him personally. You know, people say, hey, I take it as a compliment, but I was a fan of Biggie. Hey,
for sure, man, and I'm sure, you know, that's respect right there. And it's funny, I'm curious, just to follow up question on that. How does a man from Compton just starting out get to New York to record his first album way back then? How did you meet somebody that was in New York with a record label, and they were like, well, you're coming with me, or how did that transpire?
It's an interesting story. It's like, we did 2 singles before we got the deal with Capitol. Me and Pooh did a single called Payback for Mother.
Okay.
That was on Techno Hop with the James Brown Payback sample. And at that time, like, you know, a couple of friends of mine, Daryl and Dwayne, they formed the LA Posse, and they flew out to New York to work on LL Cool J.
Okay.
That album. Then they flew Pooh and Bobcat out. Pooh took the singles with him, Payback for Mother, that we had put out, and DJ, you know, got it to the DJs out there. DJ Red Alert spent it on the New York airwaves. Marley Marl spent it. So I had, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew about me out there, and by the time, you know, after the I'm Bad album came out, it was pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? You know, Bobcat and the LA Posse and Pooh and all them, we were in. So that's where we wanted to go record our album at New York, because that's how we found out about Chung King. They recorded that there, the Bad album, and Run DMC and all that. You know, that's where we wanted to be.
Wow, got you. I mean, that's real knowledge right there, and I appreciate you giving us that insight.
And it was before even Ice-T. It was I was one of the first West Coast rappers to ever be played on New York airwaves like that.
It's crazy now to think where it's coming. 30 years now, it's like make a song in your basement, put it up on SoundCloud, and it's around the world. You know what I mean? Right. And how it's different, and you know, I've been honored to come, and I'm working with Tash now, and through him I met you, and we're bringing you out to the show in March on the 21st, a week from this Saturday, and we're going to get down, and I'm excited. I've never seen you perform with Tash. I've never seen you perform in person anyways, and so it's going to be, you know, and also we got Black Silv and Mitchie Slick and Capadonna, and so it's going to be a real rap hip-hop show, and I'm excited to see what you're doing, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, it's going to be an event, man. It's going to be like a movie, you know. I'm excited. We're going to party, you know. That's how, you know, it's how the Liquid party on stage is like. We got the bar on stage and everything, you know. So we're going to have fun with it. You know, too bad J-Ro and E Swift can't be here. But, you know, we're going to make it a live event.
They down under, but we working to, when they get back to the stateside to continue this thing on, man. And it's going to be really good to get to know you. And you know, when you came along and started the Alcoholics or created the group and was mentoring them and everything, I mean, they went to, you know, Loud Records, and, you know, obviously they were the first group on Loud Records, and then they brought, obviously, through their connections and you and everything else, Wu-Tang. So that's the East Coast, West Coast. That was really the first time that type of thing has been happening, and that's really the movement I'm on. I think that's what rap needs to save the sound. Well, that's what hip-hop needs is some unity, you know?
It's coming full circle, you know. I have to commend these young cats and the new cats that's coming. You know, they came and created their own lane, and, you know, we can't ever hate on what's going on now. You know, that's what it is. But we got to keep it true to what we do. You know what I'm saying? And keep it 100. And that's our lane, so we gonna stay in our lane and we gonna rock the crowd.
Yeah, real shit, man. That's you know, do what we do, and I guarantee you we still gonna fill it up, and make it a dope show.
There's enough money out there for all of us, you know.
Real shit. And you know, we're gonna be out there for about a week, so anybody that's in Austin, come. You know, our show's on Saturday, but come check us out. We're gonna be in a whole bunch of places. We're gonna be going around with Wu Radio and Wu TV. Capadonna and those guys, and also the West Coast, the Licks, King T, and, you know, everyone's going to be there. So come check us out and see what's going on. But what I really am excited to do is we got a new song that I was sent by Tash that has King T and Mitchie Slick on it. Have you heard the song in full yet, or no?
No, I'm sitting here, it's a chill. I'm sitting here trying to put a little video together to just throw up right now and promote the show too. Got the little promotional posters and all that. So it's dope, man.
We gonna get that song on and let the folks hear it after the show here, and it's pretty dope. So I'm gonna leave that one till we done. But you know, anything you want to let these people know before I let you go and get on with your day? Any shout outs, any statements, anything you want to say?
Shout out to everybody in Austin. Come check us out at South by Southwest. It's gonna be a true event. You know, I ain't performed in a long time on stage, so it's gonna be nice to get out and be with my crew. And it's gonna be a party, man. Shout out to Bun B out there. We gonna party with, you know, UGK and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be live, man.
For real, and I appreciate you even working with me to have you come out and be a part of my show and our show, and I really appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. No problem. No worries.
You have a great day. We about to drop that Mitchie Slick, King T, Tash on him right now. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace.